Mm.
So we're going to start, Chris, by talking about calls from ads. So why don't you please break that down for 52 minutes? Or did we
Oh,
do that last
okay.
week?
Yeah. We talked about this last week. It was something that we really deep dived into. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, what do you want me to add here, Jason? I mean, I don't know.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, there we go. All right.
But I want to get your wisdom and experience here and ask you if you've run into this before. Um, what I want to discuss is making sure that people don't forget to track conversions when they run the call extension
Hmm.
in Google Ads. So I was working with a client just this week, and this is such a big deal, Chris.
Yeah.
They were running the call extension, they were getting calls from the call
Mm-hmm.
extension,
Yep.
but they did not have a conversion action associated with that call extension. And here's the thing, they listen to the podcast, they want to do Google Ads right. They're very focused on conversions, and they're making a lot of decisions at the campaign level in terms of allocating budget to different campaigns, at the keyword level in terms of how much to bid on their keywords, on the conversion column and the cost per conversion, and trying to hit their numbers. But big problem here, about a third of the conversions were not showing up in that column because they weren't tracking them.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about where to look for this in a second. But have you run into that where someone's running the call extension, getting calls from the great traffic that either you get them or you've consulted with them and you've showed them how to target the right search terms and stuff, but they're not actually seeing reported conversions from the calls from the call extension because they don't have it turned on at the call extension level, the conversion turned on. Have you run into this before? It's kind of a big mistake.
Yeah, I absolutely have seen this. It is more common than you would think because there is an ability to deassociate the default conversion with a call extension. So if you create a call extension, it automatically creates a calls from ad
Conversion action.
yeah, conversion action. So you can go in and unselect that and choose something different, and
Or
there's
none.
reason there's or none,
Yeah.
which is, typically a bad idea. But the reason it's even possible to do that is because there are call tracking third-party systems that might want a different conversion action associated with it, or you might have different conversion actions based on a variety of different numbers that you have, so that this is a call from this is a call to the service line, this is a call to the sales line, or something like that, depending on the number. So you want to label them different. There's a lot of reasons for it, but the one thing you don't want to do, just like you said, not track them at all, because that's awful. Yeah, that's definitely a bad thing. It's just going to show up as a phone call in the phone call column, but not as a conversion.
And the odds are it's very, very likely that someone does not have the phone call column pulled up
Oh, yeah.
on the campaign page, but also on the keyword and ad page when they're making decisions about those keywords and ads. Chris, it's not going to affect your performance unless you're doing an automated bidding strategy based on conversions. Like if you're just worried about, hey, am I getting calls? Am I showing up on good traffic? You'll keep getting calls. You'll keep showing up on good traffic if you are, even if you don't have a conversion action associated with the call extension. But where it'll run you wrong is in that conversion column. Those conversions won't show up there, those calls, and then it can possibly lead to either really bad decision making that you do yourself, or it can lead to bad decision making that the automated bidding strategies do, because you might have 20 real conversions, but you only have 10 reported conversions. And so the system's going to optimize based on that, and it's not going to be able to make good decisions. So if you have a call extension created, you can go to ads and extensions, and then extensions, click on the call or hover over the call extension phone number. You'll get a little edit graphic that pops up. You click on that, then you hit edit, and you can see their conversion action. Call extension calls is what I've got it named. If you don't see that there, you might see none. If you're making this mistake, you might see calls from Smart Campaign ads in there.
Yeah.
If you're not running a Smart Campaign, you should change that to your call extension calls
Yep.
or phone
Good
calls
point.
from ads. And if you don't see any option like that, like calls from ads, you can go to Manage Conversions, go to your conversion page, and pick and create a call extension conversion, and then go back to your call extension and then apply this conversion action to your call extension. A mistake we see a lot of people make, and it doesn't sound like much as we talk about it, but it really influences the data.
I mean, for many of my clients, a phone call from a click on an ad represents, more than half of the leads that they get. I mean, it's very common for, lead generation campaigns, maybe not so much on e-commerce, but it's very common for the call from ads to be a high number of the leads that a company gets. So yeah, it's really important.
Yeah, sometimes the most common.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the industry, if it's very call heavy.